Have you ever felt like you keep giving time, money, advice, but in return, you only get indifference or even exploitation? As we enter our later years, compassion seems to grow. We want to help our children, friends, acquaintances, because we think it's the right thing to do. But the hard truth is, not everyone deserves your kindness. The older you get, the easier it is to become a crutch. And unfortunately, some people see you only as a talking wallet, a nodding mirror, or a shoulder always ready for them to lean on. They are not grateful. They do not change. They are just used to you always showing up to save them, no matter the cost to your emotional exhaustion, financial harm, or restless nights. In this video, I want to share with you 4 types of people you should absolutely not help in the golden years of your life. These types of people will make you feel guilty if you don't help, leave you confused between kindness and foolishness, and gradually wear down both your mental health and self-confidence. The worst part is, they know how to disguise themselves with affection, sweet words, and tearful looks, until you realize that you have given too much. If you want to maintain your inner peace, financial independence, and especially your self-respect in old age, you need to learn to identify these people and know how to say no, no matter how much they beg, promise, or play the victim role spectacularly. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, welcome to a place where awareness and compassion always go hand in hand. Here, we talk about seemingly small things that profoundly affect the lives of older adults, from emotions, mental health, to the boundaries needed in relationships. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to join us on this journey of empathetic living while also knowing how to protect yourself. And if what I am about to share makes you realize something in your own life, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We read every line you write. Now, let's get started. 1. The person who always takes but never gives back, a silent leech. We have all encountered a type of person like this, someone who always comes to you whenever they face an issue, running out of money, needing urgent help with something, or simply needing someone to untangle their problems. They say thank you. They promise to repay you. But as time goes by, you start to realize they have never come back, not a single check-in, not once proactively offering support when you need it. To them, you are like an emotional ATM, always available, and never demanding anything in return. This type of person is often very skillful in their approach. They make you believe that you are helping someone who is just down on their luck, that this time, just help them stand up once more and everything will be fine. But the truth is, they do not learn anything from their failures, because they have never had to stand up on their own. The more you help, the more they rely on you. The more you rescue, the deeper they sink into a dependent lifestyle. Mr. Lamb, a retired carpenter at the age of 70, is a classic example. For many years, he constantly lent money to his nephew, sometimes to fix a bike, sometimes to pay tuition fees for his child, at other times to pay off credit card debt. His nephew always had reasons that sounded very reasonable. Mr. Lamb thought, helping family is what I should do. But after 5 years, that nephew still didn't improve. Still overspending. Still borrowing and not repaying. And more importantly, has never once asked Mr. Lamb if he is okay. The lesson here is, kindness does not make others grow, if they do not want to grow. At some point, you need to ask yourself, am I helping them rise, or am I enabling their deeper fall? Do not be afraid to say no. Do not feel guilty for closing a door that was once wide open. Because if you do not protect yourself, no one else will do it for you. 2. The person who makes you feel guilty for not helping, a subtly manipulative emotional player. Not everyone who needs help says so outright. Some people choose to make you feel guilty instead of asking for help properly. They never say, "Can you help me?" Instead, they sigh, complain, and recount the injustices in their lives. They instill in you the feeling that, if you do not do something, you are a bad person. These individuals do not use direct requests. They use heavy silences, sad looks, and unexpected coldness if you refuse. They put you in a dilemma between helping them and taking care of yourself. And precisely because of the relationship, due to years of friendship, you often choose to sacrifice. This time, then next time, and then forever. Ms. Lon, a retired nurse, has a close friend named Tuette. Tuette is always the one in trouble. Every month, there is a reason she needs help. a broken washing machine, a fight with her child, a lack of money to pay debts. Tuet has never asked for anything specific, but each time they meet, she always talks about her fatigue, loneliness, and injustices. Ms. Lon, being a kind person, always feels that she cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of others. But then she realized, whenever she needed someone to rely on, Tuet always vanished. What you need to remember is, friendship is not a perpetual role of saving others. Those who truly care for you will respect your boundaries and will not make you feel guilty for not being able to bear their burdens. You can sympathize, you can listen, but you are not obligated to carry the entire weight of someone else's life. 3. The person who spends irresponsibly, the one who burns money with your kindness. Money is a sensitive issue, especially within families. Many elderly people fall into financial traps because they think, I have a little means, helping my children and grandchildren in tough times is not a problem. But be cautious of those who are always short on money, not because of circumstances, but because of poor spending habits. They live beyond their means, recklessly use credit cards, indulge in shopping, or invest recklessly. But when the reality hits, they turn back to you, with hopeful eyes and the familiar phrase, this time is the last time. You help. They spend again. You help again. This cycle continues, and the one who bears the long-term consequences is you, not them. Mr. Try, 73, was once a skilled mechanic, and he saved his whole life to have a retirement fund. But in just 3 years, that fund nearly vanished due to helping his grandson pay credit card debt, helping buy a car for work, helping open a small nail salon. His grandson spent money like water, did not manage it, did not learn, did not change. Mr. Try ultimately had to face a bitter truth. He has traded his retirement safety to keep someone else living irresponsibly. You have the right to help, but only if that help creates real change. If you are covering up for the mistakes that others repeatedly make, then that is no longer helping. It is enabling failure, and you will have to pay the price. 4. The perpetual victim, the one who confines you with their complaints. Another very familiar type of person, the one who always sees themselves as a victim of life. They are never okay. They are never at fault. There is always someone who hurts them, always something beyond their control. You hear them recount, from losing a job, to betrayal, to jealousy, to a series of incidents that keep happening. At first, you feel sympathy. Then you feel exhausted. Then you begin to find yourself being dragged down into the same quagmire. Such people do not seek solutions. They seek an audience. They need someone to listen, to empathize, to feel that their lives are so tragic that they deserve to be prioritized forever. And no matter how much advice, opportunities, or even money you offer them, they still return to square one with the same complaints. Mrs. Nan, 70 years old, once had a close friend named DM. For 15 years, DM was always the one who encountered issues. From divorce, unemployment, to ungrateful children, to difficult neighbors. Every time they met, it was a long, never-ending sad story. Mrs. Nan had comforted, helped, and opened her heart. But then she realized, DM did not need an exit, because being a victim is a role she had grown accustomed to playing all her life. You are not a supporting character in someone else's script of suffering. You have the right to step away, the right to stop listening, the right to conserve your energy for kinder things. Empathy does not mean you have to be stuck forever. When you recognize these 4 types of people in your life, remember, love should not turn you into a prisoner. Helping someone is a good thing, but helping the right person, that is the wise choice. And old age is the time when you should choose wisely rather than just being kind. Before finishing, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the 4 types of people we've just explored together. Is there someone in your life who is leaving you feeling drained, tired, or torn between helping and preserving yourself? Maybe it's the perpetually immature child, the constantly begging nephew, or the friend who always appears with their troubles. If you find yourself in those stories, then it's time to ask a big question. Am I truly living according to the values and peace that I deserve in my old age? We have come a long way in life. We have sacrificed, been patient, and loved unconditionally. However, old age is not a time to continue carrying burdens, enduring one-sided relationships, or being stuck in roles we never wanted to take on. Old age is a time to live lightly. And to live lightly, you need to know when to withdraw your kindness from places that don't deserve it. Helping others is never wrong. But who you help, when, and how much, is something you must choose wisely. Because if you don't set boundaries, no one else will do it for you. In the end, those you once sacrificed for may very well turn their backs on you when you need them the most. Remember, you are not an endless resource. You have the right to reserve your time, money, and energy for things that truly matter. Those who appreciate you, relationships that bring nourishment rather than regret. Starting today, choose to be kind wisely. Let your kindness be a gift, not an obligation. And if you've made it this far, I believe you are someone who is genuinely serious about the journey of living kindly without losing yourself. Please leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Are any of the 4 types of people present in your life? And if so, what have you or will you do to protect your peace? If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next insightful sharing. Your support not only strengthens us, but also helps build a community for older adults like you to be heard, understood, and empathized with. Thank you for staying until the end. I hope today's words will serve as a small milestone, helping you step into the next years of your life with a solid mindset, limited kindness, and a heart that remains warm. See you in the next video.